Shalom Saints. Today is early morning, Saturday, October 21st, 2023 at 2:40 a.m. in the morning, 2:39 a.m. to be precise. But rounding up, it's 2:40 a.m. in the morning. I'm coming to you guys with a dream that I received. I'm not really sure whether or not this dream is totally prophetic or not, but um, I'm receiving this dream, and I'm just going to record it, just to get it in the books, and then pray on it or see whether or not, if it's revealed to me, whether or not to release it as official or not, if it's from the Lord or not. So in this dream, basically what was going on was essentially what's going on right now around the world. A bunch of different conflicts and a lot of questions, to be sure. A lot of things going on around the world. Nobody's really too sure. So in the dream, for some particular reason, I was being shown like geese, a whole lot of geese. And these geese, like everybody knows how geese migrate to and fro, and they usually flock together. You hardly ever see, a very small group of them. You will see a large group of them. But in this particular visitation or dream or whatnot, it was a large group of them flocking together. Like they were all coalescing together and flocking together. Only problem is they were stuck. Like they were stuck in the flying motion in the sky, and they were not moving. They were just stuck. And I'm asking around why they may be stuck. Nobody really had a true answer or could really answer me, but we're just sitting there just trying to figure out why these things may be stuck. So while that's going on, I see a couple of overseas prophets, so-called prophets, that I sometimes listen to at different times, and I happen to see them. One of them I know for sure was Prophet Geese I Stuck. And I remember Prophet Lovey saying something like, you have to be mindful of the things that you see, or something to that effect. I kind of almost forgot that part already, but it was something along those lines. Like when I walked up to the table where they, it's like the scene changed from where I was in that environment. It was almost like a banquet hall sort of setting, or even as it's driving, I'm peering back at the birds that were like stuck in the sky, the geese. And then, because out of nowhere, they started to move again. But their pattern was very focused and condensed to where they weren't flying back in the sky. They were flying, but they didn't, travel back in the sky. What they did was they circled around a tree, almost like a swarm. And they started, I don't know, it was like they were eating the leaves off the tree or something like that. So as I kind of got out of view of that, I'm still in the tank. The tank is moving, but it kind of lost control and veered off the road a little bit. And it veered off the road, and it hit like a wall. As it hits this wall, it's intercepted by what appeared to be either the United States or one of the United States allies of some kind. And the United States also had like a type of tank or something to try to stop the tank from moving so fast. It was trying to prevent it from moving. So that tank essentially was trying to get the China tank to capsize or flip over. excuse me, because I was trying to get it to stop. So it eventually it slowed it down essentially. Um, and it was able to get its turret to like flip over. So that tank, the China tank, flipped over, but then it was like another tank from it was revealed. Another tank came out of it. And it was revealed. It was a smaller tank, and it came out of it and it was revealed. This tank essentially drives into. It's almost like it was let in. It was let into the gate, and it goes right in. Then the scene changes to where now I'm like first person inside of a like a warship. Yeah, I want to say it's like a warship or something like that. Um, and I'm in the warship, and for what I can tell, the warship is like communicating. It's talking to another warship that's far away. And the other warship is a foreign warship. And again, it's either China or North Korea or somebody like that. Something to that effect. China, North Korea, one of the two. And from what I can surmise, the other warship is American. And they're talking back and forth. Nothing's really coming to fruition from the conversation. So the U.S. actually shoots some warheads. Trying to recall how many. I want to say 4 to 6 of them. It shoots 4 to 6 warheads at the other ship. And mind you, this other ship is again either China or North Korea. So it shoots the warheads. These warheads go off. I'm in I'm in the warship and I see them go off. And I'm like, oh, what is going on right now? Because obviously if that's happening, I know things are pretty bad. So they go off. And I'm looking at it. I'm shown from the other point of view from either North Korea or China what they see in their warship. And those warheads go off. And they go off. They don't hit the boat, the warship. They kind of land just shy of it. And they go off, hit the water. You see the water splash. And then it peers back to my point of view. And I see a massive, they warheads. So they're like nukes or something. Like it was a nuclear explosion. So whether or not they actually hit or landed on the ship, it seems irrelevant because you would assume that that ship was blown sky high anyway because it was so close to the explosion. But lo and behold, it was like either that ship or another ship comes along and it shoots warheads back. Shoots these warheads back. And they land on the ship. Like they actually happen to hit the ship. And it didn't register to me at that particular moment that this was going to be some sort of a nuclear explosion until it actually detonated, or like it was like too late. So I realized like very last second that, oh, this finna blow up, like nuclear explosion blow up. And it does, it blows up. So what I do is I hold my breath because I know we're going underwater. And we go underwater, and in the dream I already am physically elevated, like from a ship, I guess from the shift chains of some kind, and already am somewhat superhuman, or I am superhuman because I can fly, I can shoot energy beams, and I have super strength because I actually withstood the explosion. So I'm underwater, I'm holding my breath, and it's just carnage everywhere. Carnage is everywhere. and I feel the heat, even underwater, of the explosion. And because it's in the water was warm. It was like being in a sauna. That's how hot the water ended up getting. But not to the point where it's like boiling, but like sauna. Well, I guess. I don't know. Like, it was just hot water. So I'm swimming around, swimming through the carnage, trying to, get back up to the surface. And I encounter some of the old turbines from the warship that had blown up. Some of them were still on, and it was pulling some of the soldiers that appeared to still be alive somehow. It was pulling them into the turbines to, kill them more. I was able to escape or swim around it or whatever. And then something peculiar started to happen. As I'm on the surface, swimming around and seeing the turbines do this, I see a person. And this person is not a regular person. This person is like attacking me or trying to get to me somehow. And this person appears to be almost like a zombie. So it's not even registering what it is yet. So I just kind of go around him and like fly away from him. And then I fly to another location. I fly into another area, still in the water, the ocean somewhere, but it's in another location. I'm guessing another army base or sub or something like that, or warship or something. So fly to that area. Scene changes again, and it is absolute carnage all throughout this warship, and whatever new location I was in, it's carnage. I see a lot of carnage just happening. Like, I see regular people kind of trying to barricade themselves behind glass and barriers to block these zombies from trying to get to them. And these zombies, they're not like the regular Walking Dead zombies. They're like deranged human beings, where you can clearly see they are sick or dead-ish, and they're just trying to get to whoever else is alive. So, like I said before, I have abilities and powers and things at this point. So I'm flying through, and they even jumping on me. They keep jumping on me, and I'm like knocking them off. And I'm trying to get to the other people that are alive to understand what's happening and figure it out. And so I'm breaking into where they were, and I'm also barricading myself. And then right before the dream ended, I see a lady who, she knows it's the end. She has nowhere to go, and she just accepts her fate, that she's about to be mauled to death by these zombie-ish type monsters. And that's when I essentially woke up, and that was the end of the dream. Now, I will say that this was something I did ask for probably the night before or a few days before. On my way to work, I asked the Lord to help clarify some things for me via visions or dreams. So I'm just going to pray on it, see if this is something that is from the Lord or whether or not I should release it. But that was essentially the dream that happened just last night on October 21st, 2023. Shalom.